Okay, today is August 12, 2019 for the regular council meeting at 6 p.m. for the Village of Stryker. Tonight, leading us in prayer is my dad, Gary Beck. So if you would stand, Dad, or Gary, Mr. Beck.
Senior. Okay, let's pray. Father God in heaven, we're thankful, God, for all the blessings that you have blessed us with. Thankful that we live in this great country, and you have truly blessed it. We have so many privileges, and God, we're just so thankful for all you've done for us. And God, we know that you ask us or required of us to pray for elected officials. And God, we pray for this group here that they'll make the right decisions that will glorify you. And God, we know that some decisions will probably not be popular, but God, we know still have to make the right decisions, even though they become unpopular. God, I ask you to bless them. I ask you to bless the city, bless the industries, and just bless the people here, that people have desire to move here, that people, that churches around about will be to glorify you and give you praise and glory. God, we have so much to be thankful for. And help us to never, ever forget where these blessings come from. In your Son's precious name I pray. Amen.
Chief Slusher, leading us in the pledge tonight. Chief?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you both. Appreciate that. Puts us into roll call. Beth?
Armstrong?
Yeah.
Cameron? Here. Benner?
Yes.
Lovett?
Yes.
Overland? Thomas? Yes.
Lead us into citizens, and at this time we do not have one. You're not right there yet, right? You're after that. Okay. I believe we may have one coming. There might have been a delay there, but we'll jump back to him if that does come into play. Emily Clemens, our deputy clerk, has asked to move up the list because there's a prior engagement of a birthday party that her girls are anxiously awaiting her to get home for. So Emily, if you would, go ahead and start there.
Okay, I gave you guys information in your packet about using the Ohio Attorney General's office for past due income tax bills. I think this is a good way to go because with our current situation now, the guy takes 1/3 of the value or the balances that we send him. The Attorney General's office will charge 10%, but they actually tack that on to the bills that we send them. So if someone owes us $100, they're actually going to have to pay $110. The Attorney General's office keeps 10. We get the full 100. And they will take anyone with balances $100 or over, whether that's actual taxes or penalties, interest, or all of the above. And they have a really good way to get the money because they'll actually withhold state refunds and send them right to us. So if someone owes us money and they get a state refund, they don't get the refund, it'll come to us. So I think it's a good thing to at least try. I learned about it at training when I went in July, and a lot of other clerks are using them and they've had really good results. So I came to council to see if you guys would approve using them for collection. I'm going to keep the current collections that Jeff Lankenow has because he's taken them all to court and is collecting on them. So we'll just start from here forward with the Ohio Attorney General's office.
Sounds like going to these trainings is a really beneficial thing. Learn a lot. Absolutely. Is there any questions for Emily? Or did she do well at explaining it? I get it.
What would you do with the ones that were less than $100?
Those I still send letters periodically to people just to try to keep up on current addresses, but there's really nothing we can do below $100. It's really not beneficial for us to take them to court because it's just not worth it. So, but we can combine, so like if they're still a current resident and their 2018 return was less than $100, but then they file 19 and it combines over $100, I can send them in 2019. So, yeah.
And I did receive 7 arrest warrants in the mail on Thursday for folks that failed to appear. So, yeah.
Good job, Emily.
Emily's now got a target on her back.
As much as we hate to pay taxes, it's still something we're required to do. With that, Beth, does she need anything as far as, you need a,
It probably
Motion
won't hurt
for us?
for council to do a motion, and then, it's a contract that Ellen can actually sign
Okay.
after, and our solicitor has to review.
And a couple council members.
And a couple
I think
council
3
members have to sign it
Okay.
too, so, but a motion would probably be good.
okay, let's go ahead. Is there a motion to use the Ohio Attorney General's office for income tax collection? Is there a motion? I will entertain that motion. Is there a second? Second. Any last questions before we vote? Does anyone really want to be on that review part? That she's going to need 2 council members?
Oh, that's just a sign.
Oh, just to sign?
Yeah, just to
Okay.
sign the contract, so.
Okay, that's easy enough. And then let's go ahead and vote.
Cameron,
Yeah.
Benner,
Yes.
Blevins,
Yes.
Tompkins,
Yes.
Armstrong,
Yes. Okay. Motion carries. All right, thank you, Emily. Good
Yeah,
job.
thank you.
Great job on that. Prior minutes dated 7/8/2019. Is there a motion?
Make a motion that we accept the minutes from 7/8.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Is there any additions or corrections prior to the approval for the vote? Okay, roll call.
Benner,
Yes.
Blevins,
Yes.
Tompkins,
Yes.
Armstrong,
Yes.
Cameron.
Yes.
Finance report dated 8/9/2019. Is there a motion to accept?
I'll make a motion to accept the finance report of 8. Should I accept
It's like a typo. Hang on. 8/9, it was just finished. 8/9.
All right.
That'd be 2 months in a row that I would have messed up on the date.
You can't have that.
I know, 8/9/2019. Is there a motion?
Well, I made that motion.
Oh, is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay. And Beth, do you have anything that you want to talk about specifically on there?
Honestly, I've been looking at it since I've been gone, so,
Okay.
no.
The nice thing on this one, it's very similar to what all the reports that we've received in the past. We'll talk about a little more as far as with Emily stepping in. Any questions for Beth that she might be able to quickly rattle off? Our resident expert. Okay, roll call.
Blevins,
Yes.
Tompkins,
Yes.
Armstrong, Cameron,
Yes.
Benner.
Yes.
Next item is the communication portion of it. The Stryker Heritage Days, I can give you that update. There's a few things I need to get with Beth and Alan on, but I can tell you that, as well as Steve on some road closure there, that closure has shrank a little bit, concerned about getting too large during the festivities. Everything is geared 100% towards kids. There is one section where we have a guy that moved into town, he's called the trombone guy. He's going to be playing, he has a wide variety of items that he does play. We have the Hillsdale Quartet coming again, And then who's the last one?
Lydia Hankins.
Lydia Hankins as well. So we have a 1 o'clock, a 2, and a 3. That's going to be right there at the depot. I know we're going to contend with trains, that is Stryker, and they're aware of that as well. And then there's some kid games, but it's really geared around kids and not having to spend a ton of money for a family. They're up there. And we've received some money as well to help with some of the, offset the cost. There's flyers here, bouncy house, sumo wrestling, carnival games, dunk tank. The horse and buggy, or the carriage ride is also gonna be there. Sausage sandwich, there's face painting, a clown, I believe, hot dog eating contest, and then the Good Neighbor Award, which we'll discuss here in a little bit. And then the Stryker basketball team will do bingo at the American Legion, and then parade at 5 o'clock. Oh, and thank you, 5K that morning. That starts down at Jagger Cone. And that's where I'll get with Chief Slusher on making sure that that shouldn't take too long, unless it's me running. Go ahead.
I believe Mrs. Benner is gonna have the senior center open also.
Oh, good point.
Cookies, light refreshments, I believe.
Okay, great. When was she going to have that open, did you know? Was that going to be during the parade, or was that during the?
I believe during the parade.
Okay, okay. So the senior center will also be open.
4 to 6, I believe.
Porta Pit Chicken is also happening. Hopefully you'll be smelling that. So we're gonna cook that here on site. Any questions on the Heritage Day portion of it? And also, I guess I didn't say, there's a motorcycle ride as well, and some stuff over at the fire department, some activities there as well. We're not gonna close that section down, just for the fact you'll have motorcycles there as well as people driving to those vendors. So we don't wanna make people walk for that. So we'll keep that open for them. Okay. The next item up is trick or treat. Popular with kids. I know already. When is Halloween?
It's on a Thursday.
Thursday, the 31st of October. The question is, typically we go on Saturdays, is that correct? Would you want to do the Saturday prior to, or do you want to do 2 days after? Up to council.
You know when any other communities doing it?
I do not.
Waseon is on the 31st.
Waseana is doing theirs the 31st. And I don't know what day it's going to rain or be cold. Any suggestions?
I'd say beforehand, just because it always seems like you build up to the day and then after the day it's kind of, maybe the Saturday before.
Why do we do it on Saturday instead of on Thursday?
Usually they're out there on the school sports and things like that, school nights, things like that. It will above beyond my power.
I'm okay with the Saturday.
The 26th? Is everyone okay with that? And do you remember what times we did before? We ask this every year.
It's the same thing
6 to 7:30, I
every, 6 to
think.
7:30
Yeah.
actually.
Okay. We want to keep it that way, or we want to go just a little bit earlier so it doesn't get dark? I asked 2 questions and you answered them all. Thank you.
Good job.
That's one question. You want to go earlier so it doesn't get dark? That's one question.
Okay. I do
Okay.
that one.
She's back in school, remember?
I know, she's going to teacher mode.
There you go.
You want to go, what did we normally do, 5?
6 to 7:30?
So an hour and a half, you want to go 5 to 6:30, or do you want to go 5:30 to 7? It's only a half hour, but,
I'd say the latter, because if people are just getting home from work at 5, there's a little bit of hustling going on there, so I would say we're gonna do it earlier.
it is a Saturday though.
Oh, it's a Saturday. Well, Yeah, 5:30 is all right with me.
5:30 to 7:30. For a full 2 hours.
Goal is earlier, so it's not dark.
When does it get dark?
It's candy.
Exactly.
By then it should be dark by
Yeah, it's usually getting,
5:30 to 7,
5:30 to 7, my vote.
Okay.
5:30 to 7. Is that okay, officers?
Are we gonna try to do chili cook-off, Nancy?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, are they doing costume judging at the fire department?
That I do not know.
They usually just base
they
that on
usually do.
part-time.
I'll have to give a Tad and coordinate that with him.
Okay.
Talk about it
We will
next
do the
month.
chili cook-off,
Okay.
and that'd be the perfect place to do it.
Yep.
We did it there the year before last, and it worked out really well.
Okay. All right, 5:30 to 7. Any other items with the trick or treat or the Heritage Day? Or any other communication? The committee reports. Did I have that one in here, Beth?
Yeah, chili. I think I put finance committee.
Yeah, that's right.
yeah.
And then
Okay, is there a motion to accept the, or actually, Lee, you wanna,
I can
Review.
or we can just
you wanna review it for, yeah, why don't we review it, since we have one that wasn't here.
So we had the members present of myself, Brooke and Lana. The others present were Beth, Mayor Joe, Beth, Councilmember Benner, Councilmember Blevins, and Alan. Mr. Reed. Beth gave us an overview for current finances and then a mid-year review where we stand. The revenue collected to date is $632,386. Expenses are $600,059. The committee also discussed Stryker having a military banner program available for the residents, and this was quite a discussion, but after the discussion, we decided to recommend to council that we budget $1,500 a year towards assisting residents in purchasing military banners. We also discussed the current projects with Alan. The canoe launch should be completed by October, so that's still as far as I know. The cost is approximately $33,000. The Nature Works grant will cover $16,000 of it. The village is also planning on some more sidewalk and curb repairs as well as a new sidewalk on East Curtis Street. The cost on that's about $16,000. Beth also said items to consider for next year's budget are a new police vehicle, adding a maintenance worker, and we may have some retirees coming up, one for sure. The Johnson Avenue Waterline project, and the village is applying for a 50% OPWC grant, which would bring the cost of that $52,250 out of the water fund. And we're still looking for developers on the south property. And with all that being said, that was it, pretty much.
Okay, is there a motion to accept the finance committee meeting on 7/8 of 19?
I'll make a motion to accept the finance committee meetings, minutes of 7/8/19.
Is there a second? Second. Any corrections or additions? Roll call.
Tompkins,
Yes.
Armstrong,
Yes.
Cameron,
Yes.
Benner,
Yes.
Columbus.
Yes. That leads us into an old business. Y'all seen the paperwork that was submitted for the Good Neighbor Award. That one is going to be presented on Saturday. And that is to Mr. Mick Frisbee. He is going to get that award I'm sure his wife and children will be humbled, let's say it that way. So the Good Neighbor Award this year is going to Mr. McFrisbee. Legislation, Resolution 08-2019, Tax 04, accepting Rupert's contract as contractor for the Village of Stryker. This is what we had discussed with the community wants there. So Resolution 08-2019-04. Is there a motion?
Make a motion that we accept the resolution
We'll have to suspend first.
Suspend first.
Yeah.
Sorry.
If you want to do it tonight.
Yep.
which I'd like.
I apologize for that, I did not have that emergency. Looking to suspend the rules.
I'll make a motion to suspend the rules for resolution 08-2019-04.
Is there a second?
Second.
And roll call.
Armstrong,
Yeah.
Cameron,
Yes.
Benner,
Yes.
Blevins.
Yes.
Tompkins.
Yes.
Now we'll do the motion to accept Resolution 08-2019-04.
I'll make a motion to accept the resolution of 08-2019-04.
Is there a second?
Second.
And roll call.
Cameron,
Yes.
Benner,
Yes.
Blevins.
Yes.
Tompkins.
Yes.
Armstrong.
Yes.
You don't need an emergency on this one, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I don't know, actually, sorry.
Looking for a motion to pass to suspend the readings of ordinance number 2019-TAC 04. Is there a motion?
Make a motion to suspend ordinance 2019-04-201.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
And roll call.
Benner,
Yes.
Blevins.
Yes.
Tompkins.
Yes.
Armstrong.
Yes.
Cameron.
Yes.
Is there a motion to pass ordinance 2019-TAC 04?
I'll make a motion to accept revised 2019-04.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, before voting, is there any questions on ordinance 2019-04? Okay, roll call.
Blevins.
Yes.
Tompkins.
Yes.
Armstrong. Cameron.
Yes.
Benner.
Yes.
There is one in here as well. This was put in the resolution 08-2019-05. This is for the bridge. Did everyone get a chance to look over that one? I know that one was last month. Okay. We straight through on this, or do you need?
I need suspend.
Okay. Is there a motion to suspend the three readings of ordinance resolution 08-TAC 2019-TAC 05?
I'll make a motion to suspend the three readings.
Is there a second?
Second.
And roll call?
Tompkins.
Yes.
Armstrong. Cameron.
Yes.
Benner.
Yes.
Blevins.
Yes.
Is there a motion to pass ordinance resolution 08-TAC 2019-TAC 05? Any second? Beth or Alan, you want to talk about this one at all? Is there anything that you want to bring up?
The bridge one?
Yes.
That's.
We have to do it every 3 years for the state to come in and inspect the bridges that are in our limits, in our Robbie, they're in charge of inspecting them, and so this is just saying that we agree that they inspect them, take care of them basically. Since they're on our state highway.
Any questions for Dr. Allen? And roll call.
Armstrong,
Yeah.
Cameron,
Yes.
Benner,
Yes.
Lovins.
Yes.
Tompkins.
Yes.
Village officials, well, I'll jump ahead while they're talking there. Just want to bring up, if you weren't aware, Emily's really stepped up. Beth had some personal items that she needed to take care of with her family. So hopefully, continued prayers there that things are moving well. We know it's a long road. However, from the work side or from the village side, it was really nice that the work that Beth has done with Emily to kind of bring her up to speed, and it's nice to be able to have that cross-training and ability to have great people that work here, as well as on your side, Alan, too, and Chief. It's nice, it's refreshing. Not everyone's fortunate to have people like you guys here.
So, I think I can speak for all three of us as, leaders within the community. I think if you don't have, those people that you have trained underneath you to step in your absence, then you have failed them as a leader. So that's where I give these two a lot of kudos, because everybody is ready to step into that position.
Thank you. Floor is yours.
You already passed the resolution for the water fund for water main leak we need repaired. I did get a estimate on that. Worst case scenario, it's a 12-inch main with 3 valves and approximately 50 feet. And the contractor, our crews had dug it up and was unable to fix it. So I talked to a contractor. He is coming in to repair it. He said worst case scenario, if he had to replace everything in there, it would be $23,000. He goes, if we come in there and we find out it's just one connection, one fitting, whatever it is, it'll be minimal. So he gave me the worst case scenario on that. And it's been leaking for a while already, so it's time to get it fixed. It's not a gushing leak, it's just a seeper. It's on Horton Street, across from Souder Manufacturing. Speaking of Horton Street, that is on the schedule for this week, possibly, depending, weather depending, for chip and seal. Our crews went in last week and filled all the potholes with cold mix, and they can go over it and hopefully get some more years longevity out of the street. And also on street repairs, West Street between North Depot and Lynn Street is pretty bad, broken up along the edges. They're gonna come in and do repairs with hot mix grind down, and I did contact another contractor, and we got quite a bit of savings on that. So they're gonna do it for about half the cost as my original estimate. So, and that will be scheduled for, he said, the end of September. That's all I have. If you have any questions?
Okay, anything for administrator? Okay, thank you, sir. Chief Slusher.
Well, my biggest points were just personnel changes. Obviously, with Chelsea Skyver coming on board, she's been a great addition. I can't honestly, I don't have anything that she's just done an outstanding job, and to see her handle things and to be with her during her FTO, the way she talks to the public, the way she handles herself, top notch. And I'd like to keep a hold of her for a while if I could. But an officer like that, something is bound to happen for her, to get a full-time position elsewhere. But we're definitely gonna put her on the schedule and get her some hours until then. So, but I just wanted to let you know that obviously she has been on the schedule for quite some time. I think it was actually like a day or two after our last council meeting. So, but yeah, nothing but good things so far with Chelsea. And then just Phil Fairchild, he obviously had to resign, he left us, resigned to take on a little bit more of a greater responsibility with Waseon PD. He's been a reserve officer with Waseon PD for about a year. And in order for him to go to a part-time status, he actually has to go through their FTO as a reserve officer, which is probably gonna take probably 300 to 400 hours. So that's kind of the way they do their thing over there. And then he could be put into a part-time position and then hopefully onto a full-time position with Waseon. So, as far as I said, personnel speaking, that's all I have. The only thing that I have for the paper, football season coming up. Just wanted to remind everybody who's participating, no parking on West Allison Street. And whenever they do exit the athletic complex on RD Rex Drive, they need to turn west onto West Allison Street. And that's just going to alleviate bottlenecking right there on West Allison Street and South Defiance Street. So, and that's about all I have. Any questions for me?
Okay, thank you, Chief.
Mm-hmm.
We just need to set up a finance committee meeting to discuss possible advertising for a new hire. We touched on it before, but we need to set up a meeting for that. Do you want to take it from there and kind of look at the calendar and see what you take the lead on that one?
Actually, anything's good for me.
Can we do it before the next council meeting?
Certainly.
Later?
Tonight for the next meeting.
September 9th.
Yes, it's
September
fine.
9th.
That's on the meeting.
Yeah, it just kind of works good for,
That's when you want to do it.
Can you do it
Yeah.
beforehand?
yeah, do it
Yeah,
before the
fine.
council meeting. And we can-
Oh, on the 9th?
Yeah,
Okay.
is that all right?
I want to shoot for 5.
Okay. Five's fine. Does that work for everybody?
5 o'clock on the night. Okay. Finance meeting to discuss new hire, and I'm sure there's a couple other items that we want to talk about as well for next fiscal year. That leads us to the very bottom, which that was it for adjournment. However, I will start here on my right-hand side. Any last items?
None that I can think of, sir.
Okay. School's back in session shortly.
We started today, students come Wednesday.
Okay.
Couple of things. Have we been able to find anything for putting in a splash pad or something for, have you found any grants or anything?
Well, actually, the nature works that I got would be kind of what you would be going after, and I just got everything that was in the pot for Williams County for the canoe. So the state like regenerates it every so many years. That's probably what you need to go for, but that hasn't been regenerated yet. For, because there was a couple entities that got a majority of it before I got the canoe launch. They got a shelter house. And so that's what we should go for, is nature works.
Okay.
For recreation.
It's just, a lot of community people I hear talking about going to Defiance and going in other places to allow their kids to play at the splash pad. And those are people that we could bring to this community if we had something for them.
The other only thing I would say that might put a trickle in it is it's usually in your parks, and we don't own the park. That would be Springfield Park Board, so they would more than likely have to apply for the grant.
Okay.
So that might be worth talking to them. I know I just directed them to talk to Amber Deming. They're working on getting a grant for a walkway path in the park, I believe, and some paving work this year. And so they were excited that they're, talking to applying for some grants, so that might be something to mention for one of the park board members. Just throwing it out there because I know as the owners, they would have to be the ones to apply if you're looking to put it in the park.
And then the other thing that I had was, do we know anything on the cleanup? There's two of them that are in my mind. The straw was the one that we had community members come and ask about. And then the other one was the stuff at the place behind the storage unit. Did that ever get taken care of?
You wanna jump in on this?
The straw issue, I think, has so far been as remedied itself.
Correct.
The other issue, which place are you talking about?
Yeah.
North of town there.
Village.
I'm not sure we've had a resolution on that. I think I need to work with Rhonda Fisher to see if we need to pursue prosecution against that individual.
The one side was definitely better.
The side that
The
that
east
is,
side?
yeah.
Well, it
It's
just
just
to the other
shifted.
side.
Yeah,
Some
just
of it was,
shifted.
yeah. Okay. Good.
Does that answer your question?
So you're gonna check that?
Yes.
Okay. That's all for me.
Who do we contact about junk vehicles?
Back to Chief.
All right.
I had someone contact me on that as well, and I said, you can talk to any officer and they can get it to where it needs to go.
That's all I need. That's all I got.
All right. Last go around? Yeah.
I just want to thank everybody for their support and prayers and what put us out of the situation. So I really appreciate it.
Chief?
Nothing.
Solicitor, anything for us?
No,
All right, with that, is there, all those in favor of adjourning, say aye.
Right.
All those opposed? Motion carries.